Hello folks, welcome to the canal channel Jose. Today we're going to talk about 5 things that you should know about your car. So the first thing you should know about your car is that what year it is, who makes the car, and what model of a car it is. Because when you're buying a simple thing for your car, the first questions that come up is what car do you own? So you got to know the year, the make, and the model, so that way when you apply all that info, they provide you with the products that are able to fit your car, so that way you buy the right product and you don't buy any random product that you have to modify to put it on. So that's why so basic information like this is so important, because when you are buying just basic stuff for your car, you gotta know that info. So when you go to the auto parts, that's the first question that they ask as well: what year, who makes it, and what model, so that way they sell you the right part for your car. That way you end up buying the right part, not buying something else that you're gonna come back and return. So another basic thing that you should know about your car is how many cylinders is your engine. So for example, there's a 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder, 5-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder, 10-cylinder. So there's bigger engines than that. But in the market, or the cars that we mostly drive in the road, is 4, 6, and 8 cylinders that are the most common in the road. So for example, if you go to auto parts and they ask you for a model, and you tell them the model and the make and all that, but then there's models that came out in 4, 6, and 8 cylinders, and if you don't know how many cylinders are the engine on your car, then you might be buying the wrong part. So then you're gonna come back to the store and exchange it. So that basic information can help you a lot. Also, when you're buying performance parts, you can buy the right performance parts, because some of those performance parts you cannot return them once you purchase them. So if you purchase them for the wrong engine and they don't fit, your engine was an 8-cylinder and the one you got, it was a 6-cylinder, now you cannot exchange it. So now you spend money and you're not gonna get any reimbursement on that part, that you're just gonna put it aside or try to sell it for cheaper. So that's the other basic information that is very important to know about your cars. How many cylinders is that engine on your car? Other basic information that you should know about your car is what type of oil does the engine takes on your car. For example, if 020 weight, 1030 weight, 2050 weight. So you gotta know that critical information about your car, because if you need to add oil to that engine, you wanna add the right oil, so that way you don't create a problem in the future. Also, you need to know if it's synthetic or conventional oil, but for most part, newer cars take synthetic oil. And if you don't know what kind of weight of oil that engine takes, and for most part now today's cars, they have the oil weight on the oil cap, so whenever you open your hood and you look into the oil cap, the oil weight is right in there, so you can't miss it. But if that cap doesn't have the oil weight, you want to find out what kind of oil does that engine take, so that way whenever you have to add any oil, you don't start adding the wrong oil, and that can create a headache for yourself. So always look in the cap and find out, if it's not on the cap, what oil does it take, for a future reference. So you look at the engine, and there's that cap, and that's the oil weight that it requires. So usually you might find it on the cap, but if you don't, look in the manuals or find out from the dealer. So other basic information that you should know about your car: if your car is a front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, 4x4, or all-wheel drive. So what that means is that if it's a 2-wheel drive, front wheel drive, that means that the wheels on the front are the ones that are making the car to move. But if it's rear wheel drive, that means that the rear wheels are the ones that spin, and that's the wheels that keep the car on going. 4x4 means that future. 2 wheels are always engaged, but when you come up to a situation where you need all 4 wheels to move, then you put the feature of 4x4, so you can get out of mud, out of snow, or in a rainy day. But once you get out of the situation, then you return it to 2-wheel drive, so the normal axle that is always on engage is going to take all the load, so the 4x4 goes away. In an all-wheel drive, it's very important to know if your car is all-wheel drive all times, because when you're buying tires, that means that all the wheels are always engaged. So if you buy tires and the front are bigger than the rear, you're gonna have a problem with the gear ratio. So now one wheel is trying to turn more and the others are not turning, so you might even damage your transmission or your axle. So you wanna be sure that you know if it's an all-wheel drive. That's a very specific thing. You wanna know that basic information, because once you know that basic information, that's gonna help you on buying wheels, buying other stuff that is gonna prevent problems on the future for yourself. So other basic information that you should know about your car that it might be helpful is that if you can open your car with a key. Today's day, we are depending on these little components, remote control, everything's digital, everything's hand signal, everything's like that. So if this component fails or the battery on your car goes dead and you cannot open it because you're sending the signal but the car is not responding, so if you're in a situation where you need to get at least into your car to get some stuff out or just open the hood to replace the battery or for any reason, you want to be able to put the key in there and turn it and open your car when you don't have any remote control or any energy on the battery. Then you go to the second option, which is your key. And if you have a key that can open your door, now you can get into your car with the old mechanical way and not depending on the remote control onto the tow truck or you get the equipment fixed. So at least you can get into your car. Well folks, hopefully this video was useful and our information can help you out, and now that you get to learn more about your car, that can make your life easier, and that way you can buy the right components or replacements whenever it comes to that time. So also about the keys, so that way you can even know if you can open your door when there's no power to the car, and that can actually save you from big trouble or some headaches. So for our folks who are watching our video haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up, share it, and we'll see you soon with more videos here in el canal El Chano Jose.